A little earlier than usual, but tier list update. We got three new characters. I say three new, obviously Lostvayne came out like 3 weeks ago or something. When Bond came out, two weeks? Almost three. But he officially came out this week. But we also got Bond's buff. So technically 4 characters to rank. And before I actually rank this, I want to set something straight. Because this will determine how characters are going to be ranked moving forward in PvE and PvP. So the new game mode, right, is what's the name? I don't know the name, but the new game mode. This game mode is technically a PvE game mode. It's branded as a PvE game mode. You face AI, but PvP passives work here and PvE passives don't. So to me, how I rank characters for this game mode, they're good in this game mode, is PvP. If passives that only work in PvP, like Blue Zeldris, are gonna go high up on my tier list on PvE, that makes no sense. So, because of the way that they determined that, PvE passives not working here, but PvP passives doing so, on my ranking, PvP is what this game mode is. So, I am not going to be going up characters that are completely undeserving of being up in PvE because they're doing this game mode. Such as, like I just mentioned, like Zeldris, for example. Zeldris is like a phenomenal PvP character, whatever. But he's god awful in PvE. His passive just doesn't work. I'm not going to put him at the top of the tier now. Like, it makes no sense, right? So I just want to point that out before anything. Alright, let's start with Bond. Bond is phenomenal now. God tier, amazing. Whatever. He got buffed. He's good now. That's it. I don't need to say anything else. But PvE wise, he was what? You can use him. He still kind of sucks for PvE. Like, he didn't change much. Like, if there's an enemy where you can combo the debuff plus attack card, then sure, he's going to be pretty good. But majority of hard content, it's not going to be the case. And even then, there's probably better options. You need to choose like 2 cards, should like 1 thing. Not ideal. His passive is probably not going to work well as well either. It's very restrictive for PvE. PvP though, Bond post buff is really good. So, 2 thumbs up even for me. Very cool. New characters now. Oh boy. LR Lostvayne, the real anniversary character, as everyone has been saying. Yeah, he's so good. I am still to make a video on who's better, Purgatory Meli or LR Lostvayne, but it's tough. It's really tough, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's obviously gonna be LR Lostvayne. He has the highest stats. Is it though? I don't know. Like, Purgatory Meli is super uber tanky, and he has like that, like, you know, if you attack the allies, he still charges up the attack to do a lot of damage. Like, Lostvayne has the whole condition of he has to be crit on, which is very easy because he has very low crit resistance, but like, he has to actually be attacked, and there's nothing stopping the enemy from just moving cards and not attacking you. Like, unlike Purgatory Meli, because like Purgatory Meli, if the enemy doesn't attack and just move cards, they lose ultimate gauge. Like, but like Lostvayne hits super hard. Like, he just hits unbelievably hard. They're both amazing. There's points to both of them, and again, I'll make that video. Let me know what you think, by the way. What's your opinion? Which one's better and why? I think taking some outside opinions as well. I mean, majority of you have not played with LR Lostvayne, which is a factor. But you've watched videos, and you've watched Purgatory Meli videos, and you use Purgatory Meli. So even if you haven't played with him, you can make somewhat of a conclusion. Like, we're all smart adults here, right? I hope so. So yeah, LR Lostvayne is phenomenal for PvP. PvE though, I gave him a go in a few things. I scrapped the video against Demonic Beasts. I might re-record, but it was because I recorded very terribly. Like, the whole recording, I wasn't getting him to be attacked. Anytime there was a single target, it wasn't on him. And I was getting frustrated, so I just scrapped the recording. But he is quite good, you know, if you can if you can get his passive going, he's quite good. I want to put him here because he hits really hard, but his debuff card is not amazing. No. He's pretty good in PvE. He's pretty good. You can use him for certain things, but it's just what he does is more of a PvP thing, you know? It's really more of a PvP thing. So, it is what it is. I think, again, how I'm counting the tier list, right? I count the new game mode as PvP. And because of that, you know, I want to include that as PvE as well, as much as don't want to. I also want to because it would expand the PvE tier list, but it just doesn't feel right. In the new game mode, Lostvayne is going to be so good. So good. Obviously, you get Lostvayne from the game mode itself, so he better be good on it, right? But yeah, I think there's places you can use him, but it's just not ideal. But yeah. So moving back to PvP here. Tristan or Arthur? Let's go Tristan. Tristan is an odd one because I want to say Tristan is pretty good. Like half of his passive is good. The whole goddess part is quite nice because goddesses didn't have a proper back unit that was dedicated to them. And now they kind of do, but not really because he's unknown, which means if someone on your team dies, he comes to the front, he's going to be cut off that 15 per each from 45 to 30, and it's like, I don't know, man. He's a free character, man. He is a free character, which is funny because there is a free character right here, right next to him that I think is just better than him. So in PvP, I would say he's competent. I think that his passive is a worse Nanashi. Would a worse Nanashi be sub-meta? It's just hard. Because he has nothing other than being a 4th for the Goddess team. And the second option, honestly, because I think Nanashi is still better. The takeoff ultimate gauge part is really great. The extra HP is really great. Other than being a 4th for Goddesses, he has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. His cards kind of suck. I don't know. It's really tough. I you know, before recording, I planned on putting him on competent, but I don't think I think he's at the bottom. I think he's at the bottom of some meta. He's just a worse Nanashi, but only for Goddesses. And you know, Nanashi obviously is meant to be unknown, but whatever, using any team, right? Yeah, the whole demon part of the passive is just sucks. It just sucks. Like it should have been 5%. If they were gonna go with, you know, giving him only half of Zeldris' passive and making it worse, because like Zeldris not only increases your attack, but he also lowers enemy attack, right? And if you're using Kusok, he lowers enemy crit chance and crit damage. Like, this is just half of that passive, and even worse, because Zeldris is 4%. Or am I tripping? It is 4. It is 4. I'm not going crazy. Zeldris is 4%. Like, come on. Like, come on. It's just, I don't know. Huge miss with this demon part. I don't understand what they're doing with this. It should have been 5. 5 would be crazy good. 15%, you would consider removing Zeldris. You would 3% more, it's enough to consider. And then you because either Zeldris or Kusok, right? Consider removing Kusok, because they're both 600 gem characters. Both him, Kusok, and Zeldris, they're all 600 gems. So, I don't know. Huge miss. PvE, same thing. Like, his passive works in PvE, but where you're gonna use him? Legitimately. For what? I want to hear it, because there's just 0 places in the game in PvE where you'd want to use him. If he's gonna be in the front, he ain't contributing to his passive, because guess what? He's unknown, right? And if he's gonna be in the back, for what? If any activity you're going to use Goddesses, it's for stats and it's for points. So you're going to be using some of the buffs, you know, HP and stuff. You ain't going to be using this guy. Like, for example, right now we just have the melee final boss. And the current best team is actually not Goddesses, but it was for like the first few days. And people weren't using him. So it should that should just tell you right there, right? And then And it's not like people are using like Red SR Liz. Liz can't be used. So, I don't know. This guy kind of sucks in PvE. I want to put him here, but I'll put him like here. Like, you can stretch. You can give him you can stretch and say, oh well, that 45% defense related stats really help me tank. I don't know what, man. I have no idea. I have no idea where you're gonna use him, but his passive at least works, so that's a plus. Ending with Arthur, newest free character. I just got him today, so it's a little awkward that I'm already ranking him, but I think I'm confident on my ranking. I think this new Arthur is very, very good. If I had to put him anywhere, it would be slightly above Arthur. I kind of want the other Arthur. I kind of want to put him up here. I kind of want to. But I won't for now. Because his... Maybe I will. So, I'm moving up the... I forgot to do this in the beginning. I'm moving up the N from his her Holy Relic. Her Holy Relic is really, really good. Considering that I am including the new activity on the PvE list, I think Arthur is going to be amazing for the new activity. So good. So with that in mind, I think that I'll put him up here. I know he's a free character, but he's just that guy. I think, by the way, ult rushing is kind of falling off, so I'm gonna put down Merlin. Are there any characters that are really good on the new activity that I should put up here? I think Lolly Merlin is pretty good on the new activity as well. And the new activity is so hard that I think that if a character is optimal for the hardest difficulty, I can consider putting up here. If there's anyone I'm forgetting, please let me know. Blue Tarmiel is also pretty good. But, so the current team I use to beat the new activity, the teams, right, is Demons with Festival King, Goddesses, and the other one was Sins. I might swap Goddesses for Humans, actually. Or I might swap Sins for Humans with the new Arthur. I'll see what I actually do. So, King might actually go, but King is like pretty replaceable. I don't know, I won't put him up there yet. He can be up here, at the top of this tier. King, I think, is the most replaceable of that team. And I might consider putting down Festival Merlin. No, because she's good for the new game mode, so I'll keep her up here. That's good for now. That's good for now. I think next month there will be more adjustments for that top tier. I think Goddesses are heavy falling off. I only am not putting down like Margaret and Goddess Liz and Mael because they're still somewhat good. But my god, bro. And they're good for the new game mode, so... But yeah, they're falling off pretty hard. They need something, and that new Tristan is not something. PvE? PvE is a weird one. Because he falls on the same circumstance that I think the Tristan... No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He does not fall on the same circumstances as Tristan. I think he's going to be pretty good. Anywhere the HP is relevant is going to be pretty good. I can see... I'm not an expert, but I can see him being very, very good for just Guild Boss scoring. Because Guild Boss, you have 4 characters in the field. He's providing 40% max HP, right? I can see Humans being good again for Guild Boss scoring. You know, you have 40% extra HP. You have Bond as well, which is providing 20%. The new Bond, of course. Providing 20%, 5 for each ally. And then, you know, you're going to probably get a very good score. Is it going to be better than Goddesses? I don't know. But I can see that. I can definitely see that. In regards of, like, Demonic Beast, I'm not so sure. But I can see it being good for scoring. So I think I can confidently put him up here. So the new Free Arthur is also a pretty great addition to the game. So, yeah, that's about it. There might be some characters I'm missing. Because before I record the video, I usually, like... look through and think, you know, any relics made any difference for any characters, any new activity, but I don't know, I don't think so. I was considering putting down this motherfucker here, but I'll keep him up here. It's because he, in PvE, right, he's good for like a few fast strategies, But that's about it. That's really about it. Let me give a second glance. So I made some decisions per se. I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with me, but I think she's not optimal anymore for the new demonic beast, so she's going down. Same goes for did I already put down? Maybe I'm missing it. Same goes for Green Liz and Galfer. I'm putting down Megelda and Yorm. They are amazing at what they do, but the old demonic beasts are just completely irrelevant. And I almost want to put down Tonar as well, because starting now, I don't think there will ever be a new bird or deer relic. I'm 100% sure there will not be. If there is, cool, great, but I don't think it will be. Dogs might also be a victim of that, because I think there's going to be a new demonic beast already, with the way they were changing the bundles and stuff. So there's a really big possibility there's not going to be any dog relics anymore either. So that really sucks. The characters are good at what they do, but unless you are very late into the party and you just pulled them, I mean, you're not really using them anymore because there's no new relics to do. Red Tarmo is phenomenal for the new demonic beast. It should have been up here or up there to begin with, and so is Margaret? I forgot. No, I got mixed up. I did not mean to put Green Liz down. I did. I don't know why I put it down. Yeah, I'll keep it as is for now. But yeah, that's about it.